G'day guys, it's Mark here from North Oz, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you some pretty interesting features on my Toyota FJ Cruiser, and these features aren't ones that you find on most full drives, so I think you guys are going to be pretty interested and might be a little bit surprised by some of them, so stick around, it's going to be a good one. So we'll address one of the obvious unique features about this vehicle, and it's the way that it looks. It looks way different to all the other vehicles out there on the road. It's got its complete own style and it divides opinion. People down the comment section have been, tossing up whether or not they like this vehicle or not and the way that it looks. So I personally like it. When it first came out, I really wasn't sure about it. I wasn't really sold on the design. I thought that looked a bit funny. But as time went on, obviously it became one of the vehicles that I really wanted to buy and became a bucket list vehicle. So I was glad I was able to pick one up. But besides the obvious, design features of this vehicle, one of the interesting things about this vehicle is it has 3 windscreen wipers. Now, that's actually not a surprise to most of you guys out there. Most of you guys know that this has 3 windscreen wipers, or if you don't, you do now. But an even more interesting point is that this has 2 different types of windscreen wipers on it. So my understanding is that the one in front of the driver is a slightly bigger windscreen wiper, and then there are 2 smaller windscreen wipers on the other side. So when you order the wiper blades for this vehicle, you actually need to have 2 different wiper codes. So that was something that I did not know, and it was something that one of the guys at the Toyota dealership let me know about. So pretty interesting. Most people kind of pick up on the 3 wiper thing, but didn't know that there were 2 different types of wiper blades on here when you have to order them. So the next interesting thing about these FJs is that it has a humongous door and door handle. This thing is ginormous for whatever reason, and it also opens out really, really wide, making it very difficult to get into the vehicle. But if you guys subscribe, you can stick around for another video where I'll show you some of the things that I dislike. That's probably going to be on the list, I'd say. But there is something that's pretty interesting about this vehicle. It has a suicide door, which means that it opens up in the opposite direction. Now, if you didn't know why they're called suicide doors, I have the answer to that for you. So thank you for asking. So the way it works is a normal door, when you open it up on the highway, it normally tries to blow your door shut. So if you've ever had your door open ajar, you try to shut it. It's actually quite hard to open up the door when you're traveling at speed. However, when you have this door, the second you open it up just a little bit, the wind catches it and it tries to fling it open, increasing the risk to the passenger or the driver, depending who has that door. So that is why they're called suicide doors. So if you didn't know that this has them, or you didn't know why they were called suicide doors, now you are all up to date on doors. This next feature, like most things on this vehicle, is very quirky. And it's a fact that when you have a sun visor in the front here, normally it will unclip and it will come around like this. Now you can see that there's a bit of a problem with that because it only covers half of this humongous door. So what Toyota did was they put in an additional little small side visor that comes down here like that. So there you go. So if you're sitting at the lights and you've got the sun coming down late in the afternoon and it's kind of in your eyes, this one won't cover all of that side window because, like I said, guys, these doors are absolutely humongous. So that little side visor just folds down, just tucks away at the top there. I'll put some video over the top so you can see it, and it just folds down. So there you go. Another weird and quirky feature about my FJ Cruiser. So as we work our way into the interior here, there's actually a couple of pretty interesting things about this interior that, besides the obvious again, like you've got things like this, internal little compass, and you've got a leveler in there and tells the temperature. Besides some of the obvious stuff that I covered in our walk around, there are some pretty interesting things. I did cover in the walk around that we actually have these consoles that just sit underneath this dash mat and it just pops wide open. As you can see, I keep a few things in there. And not only does it have one of those, it actually has a second one built in on that side too. So not only does the driver get one, but the passenger gets one as well. So pretty interesting that it has 2 of those, and I really like it. It's actually quite a deep sort of a cavity there. It's pretty cool, a little spot to store a few things, and it's also out of the way as well. So if you want to store some things in there and kind of up top and easy to get to, it's not going to attract any attention as well because you're not laying stuff all over the dash. And it is a very flat dash as well, which again is a feature that I really like, and it's something that you find in a lot of the older vehicles where you have that big flat dash. You can store some things on there if you wish, or, you know, when I'm doing some filming and that in the car, I can actually, well, as long as I'm not driving around too much, I can actually film with my camera flat on there, because that's how flat it is. So pretty interesting little feature there of the interior. So for those of you who have been following the channel for a while, you'd know that I absolutely hate carpet in my vehicles. I've been there, I've done that. I will never have a vehicle with carpet in it again. But this one actually goes a little bit above and beyond what the standard vehicle has in terms of, you know, getting rid of carpet. So not only does it have no carpet here, it's vinyl all the way throughout. And as you can see underneath this, again, vinyl dash mat there, or floor mat, sorry. You can see that there's actually, you know, vinyl everywhere, all the way through the back here as well, which is pretty cool. All the way there, and also in the back there as well. Pretty much the only place where this does not have, you know, vinyl or anything, the only carpet in this entire area is actually the roof. So that is the only carpet you're gonna find in here, unless you put the carpet in there yourself, like the dash mat, for example. But very easy to clean this vehicle out. A dustpan and brush will get this thing looking clean as in 20-30 seconds. So it's a pretty easy interior to keep clean. You just brush it out whenever you need to. So super easy to keep clean, and definitely is a great feature to have. And my 79 series has the exact same. No carpet, and that's the way I like it. So again, for those of you who've been around the channel for a little while, you'd know that I had a Prado. But not only did I have a Prado, I had a flatback Prado. So most people get the wheelbacks, but mine was optioned with the flatback. And the good thing about that is that you actually get a tailgate that comes up. So you're able to put some of your groceries and that in there if you can't get the door open, because maybe you park against a pole, or someone backs in right behind you in the car park or something like that, or quite frankly, you just don't want to open up the door all the way. So, you know, when you're going out camping sometimes, it's a bit of a hassle having to click the thing open, and wakes everyone up at the campsite early in the morning or late at night. So sometimes it's good just to get a few sneaky things out of the car. So this actually does have a bit of a split tailgate. It's not really a split tailgate, it's more of just a window that opens. But if you stick the key in there, and there's no button anywhere to do it otherwise, you have to stick the key in there, and you just twist it to the side, I think it's to the right, hold it, it just pops open. And then you're able to lift it up with that little tab there, and it opens up. And you have access, and it's actually quite a big space. You're actually, the wheel gets in the way there a little bit, but you're still able to get in there and get some things that are pretty close to this side of the door. So again, this little feature that, I mean, Toyota didn't really have to put that in there. I think that's pretty cool that they took the time to, again, just take that extra little step of engineering and, you know, put in a pretty quirky feature in there. So I think that that's pretty cool. So if you guys have stuck around to the end of the video, I'm going to treat you with a little bit of a dance that the FJ can do. Who would have thought that a car can dance? Let me show you how it works. First, you have to pop open the wipers. So I'll go ahead and I'll do that now. 1, 2, you've got to go around the other side for the third one. And number 3. And you got to go into the car. You have to turn it on and then put your wipers on. Let's see what it does. Oh yeah, here we go. We got a party, let's ramp it up, here we go. Woo! There it goes. We're out here, we're having an FJ party. Raise the roof. So there we go. That's what, I better turn this off, it's too distracting. So there you guys go. That is the last of the interesting features I wanted to share with you guys for this video. There's more interesting and quirky things about this car that I'll share with you along the way, but there's a bit of a funny one just to finish up there. I did actually, can't take credit for that one. I did see that one on someone else's video, so I absolutely stole that one. So, but I thought it was pretty funny, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. But yeah, I mean, guys, it's a quirky vehicle. I'm having a lot of fun with this thing. You can't take yourself too seriously, like at all, really, but you definitely can't take yourself seriously in this vehicle because it's just a quirky car. You know, you have a lot of fun in this thing. There's a lot of modifications out there for them. They have a huge, cult following. And, there's still a lot of parts available for them. They've made them all the way up until this year even. So there's still a lot of aftermarket support for them. There's also still a lot of support from Toyota for them. So, if you guys want to find one yourself and start looking, and, if that's something that you find yourself interested in, these little features that I show you, go ahead, check some out, and yeah, ask me any questions or ask the people down in the comment section what they think of their FJs, because all I've heard are positive things so far, and I'm really enjoying my FJ. But guys, the next thing we're going to be doing on the FJ are some new tires, so make sure you guys stick around for that one. See what tires I go for on this. Will I be upgrading them to a larger wheel or diameter, or will I be keeping them the same stock size? Stick around for our next video and you'll find out. Alrighty guys, take care. I'll see you down in the comment section.